1 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Asma Hafiz. First, the headlines. A meeting of the Federal Cabinet was held in Islamabad today with Prime Minister in the chair. Finance Minister has lauded Federal Board of Revenue field formations for achieving the highest tax collection ever recorded in December. Pakistan has reiterated its consistent support to China on all matters of its core interests, including Taiwan. In India, the lives of journalists are in constant danger under the authoritarian rule of fascist Modi regime. And now the news in detail. A meeting of the Federal Cabinet was held in Islamabad today with Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif in the chair. It discussed overall situation of the country. Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb has lauded the Federal Board of Revenue field formations for achieving the highest tax collection ever recorded in the month of December. He was addressing Team FBR and field formations via video link conference in Islamabad today. The Federal Board of Revenue collected 1,427.1 billion rupees in December 2025, achieving 99% of its monthly target of 1,446 billion rupees. The Finance Minister described the December 2025 performance as a strong validation of the government's fiscal reform agenda and sustained focus on compliance, enforcement and digitization. He urged the FBR field formations to further intensify their efforts and double down on initiatives aimed at deepening and widening the tax net. Mohammad Aurangzeb emphasized that better tax compliance and enforcement measures is the only sustainable way to ease the tax burden on the formal sector. Pakistan has reiterated its consistent support to China on all matters of its core interests, including Taiwan. Responding to media queries regarding the developments related to Taiwan Strait and the question of Taiwan, spokesperson of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Tahir Andarabi, said Pakistan and China are ironclad friends and all-weather strategic cooperative partners. He said Pakistan will continue to adhere to the One China principle and regard Taiwan as an inalienable part of China. The lives of journalists are in constant danger under the authoritarian rule of the fascist Modi regime, according to a report by the Indian news outlet The Wire. More than 14,800 instances of extreme violence against journalists were recorded in 2025. The report states that 8 journalists and 1 social media influencer were killed in violent incidents, while over 100 individuals were imprisoned for exercising their right to freedom of expression. In addition to physical threats, the government ordered the suspension of over 8,000 X accounts for criticizing state policies. Critics argue that while state-aligned Godi media spreads misleading propaganda, any independent journalist who exposes oppressive policies is met with systematic coercion and violence. Afghan media has once again exposed the Taliban regime's plundering of humanitarian funds. Afghan newspaper Hasht Subha has reported that Afghan Taliban took half of the humanitarian aid meant for needy people in Kunduz. It reported that the assistance packages were distributed from the Saudi King Salman Humanitarian Aid and Relief Center. The U.S. Special Inspector General for Afghanistan Reconstruction Report has also intensified Taliban's corruption in the distribution of aid. The United States has immediately and completely suspended all aid to Afghanistan due to looting, corruption and extremism of the Afghan Taliban regime. And that's all from the newsroom. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.